In high school opened in 1954, and first 3 years the school was here, the field didn't have a name. Matter of fact, the football coach at the time had a borrowed tractor from Robertson Tractor Company, and the coach himself leveled off the ground, because this used to be farmland where the schools are now, and he actually leveled it off. They brought some stadium seats and, matter of fact, the light poles from the old city park that used to be where the industrial park is now. And the first 2 or 3 years, really not a whole lot there. Matter of fact, the first year there wasn't even a field house. There were no buildings on the football field at that point. They built the original field house in 1955. The end of 1956 season, Raymond Jones, who was a star football player, I think the news said he was like 6'4", 260. Now, we think that's big now, but think back 1956, I mean, that was a big kid. He had, from what you're told in the newspaper articles, had already reached an agreement to play for Florida State University, and he was working on his family farm and had a tractor accident that killed him. So in September of 1957, the field was named in his honor, and now here we are 60 years later. And I know one question people ask me is the field going to have the same name? Is the field going to be in the same place? It's going to be in the same place. It's going to continue being Raymond Jones Stadium for at least another 60 years. And as the years went by, we've done different improvements. The original bleachers, because I know that the Berrien Network guys, Jonathan and Brad were talking the other night, they were calling the bleachers we have now the originals. And the reality is the originals were concrete blocks with 2x10s put across the top of them. So these concrete bleachers didn't make an appearance till 1976. Around 2000, 2001, I can't remember exactly when, that's when we got the lights that we currently have. And I think the lights and the Raymond Jones plaque and the goalpost are about the only thing that's going to be still there next year. And the thing with the goalpost, we're working on a neat little idea to use them, not on the field, but to use them somewhere else in the stadium, just sort of as a memorial to what has come before, because the goalposts we're kicking on with now are the same ones that have been there for 63 years. And we've got a neat little idea we're going to do with them. We're going from 1,400 seats to 3,000, so everybody will have somewhere to sit. And what I like the most is there is a direct route to the press box, so I don't have to crawl over people when it's time to go announce the band. And just my personal memories of the stadium, this is where I graduated. I played for 4 years in the band, so I marched on that field for 4 years, and now I announce the band. And I graduated at midfield out there like most everybody else has, because there's been very few years where graduation was somewhere besides on Raymond Jones Memorial Stadium's turf. So looking forward to the new stadium. We're going from concrete bleachers to aluminum ones, which I think will be a little bit more comfortable. We got more sides, sideline room out there. The concession stand's going to be where the field house is now. The field house is going to be located out in the little grassy area near where the teachers park. The visitors are going to have their own locker room, which I think is going to be shared with the soccer program during the spring. There's a lot to look forward to in the new stadium, and I just hope everybody is looking forward to it as much as I am. I'll hate seeing the old stadium go in some ways, but I'm ready for the new, because the thing is, we're going to still be playing in that same spot.